Imagine all the people. January 26th. So there's a little, and it's tiny. It's, you know, like in two places in all of the internet. 26, the futures contract thing. Bitcoin's going to crash, between 15 to up to 30%. I even got some guy's comment on, he wrote, I saved this and then screenshot it yesterday at about 1 o'clock p.m. for 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow just to see what's going on. Jose Rivera says, warning, January 26th, new bottom. And he's telling everyone, trust me, mark my words, come back here, and we'll see who's right, or blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to tell you something I learned from the club, futures markets, paper pushers. Many times when you think you know what they're going to do, oh, they did that last time. They waited for options expiration, then they slammed the market. So you think you're going to make a prediction the next time, and options expire, or future, whatever, the futures contract expires, options or futures, whatever, and then it doesn't happen. Or it goes down so little, it was like a normal day. Oh, no big deal, it's down 5-10%. Okay, no problem. It'll be up 15 or 20 tomorrow. So I had a few comments. Hey, what about tomorrow? Anything? You heard about that stuff? I'm like, yeah, literally a couple people. So you have to understand something. You're the elite, right? You're the big whales, the elite, whatever. Just that whole group of people. And you're playing the futures contracts, so you also have money in cryptos, so that you flood the market, sell up, do all your massive sell orders in the crypto market, which then cause the price, for example, of Bitcoin to crash down. You then make a ton of money on your futures contracts because they're leveraged massively, right? That's an easy thing to see, like how they would do that, why they would do that. But you can't do that every time, because then everybody else follows you. And if you're in the futures contracts and everyone's following you over there, expecting you to do what you did last time, and it doesn't happen, you take the opposite approach this time, and everyone who thinks they could ride your coattail just got absolutely crushed. Crushed, crushed. Hurry, lover, come to me. Crushed, crushed. I can feel you, BTC. Crushed, crushed. Wasn't that Paul Abdul, Rush? See, I always got a song for you. My mind always has a song on standby, ready to go, no matter what. And I don't even know it's there. I'll be talking, saying my thing, and then rush. Ooh.
True.
Evelyn, is that true?
It's true.
Hold on, let me put you on camera.
No, I'm sleeping.
That's all right. Say it. Is it true? I'm always coming up with a song for every.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah, we're hodling. So, my video here is not to tell you one way or the other. Could it happen? Of course it could happen. This is cryptos. Am I expecting it to happen? Again, based off of the things that I've learned, watching the elite, watching markets, watching how these things go, they love to show you one or two, and then you think, oh, well, they're going to do it again next time. Now I'm going to get in. Then you get in, do the same move you thought they did because they just did it 2 times in a row, and the opposite happens. Prices go up, you were shorting it like in the futures contracts, and you just got absolutely crushed. I mean, crushed. Then you go away and say, I'm not going to do that again. You learn your lesson, right? So we're going to see what happens on the 26th, which technically speaking is about 45 minutes from now, but I guess the time is 4 p.m. Central, maybe? I thought what I was reading, let me look. It's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. GM time, excuse me. 4 p.m. GM time, so let's see. GM time to Eastern. Just make sure I got the calculation right. It's 5 hours. GM is 5 hours ahead of Eastern time. Therefore, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 11 a.m. Is that what I'm getting here? GM time is 5 hours ahead Yeah. So it's saying at right now 11:18 p.m. is 4:18 a.m. now, and it's actually Friday. I'm just looking online on Google, which makes sense, which means 4 p.m. like 11 a.m. tomorrow. So the question is there going to be a massive sell-off? And I'm looking at CoinMarketCap. You know, you got big money just dumping all of a sudden, sure. But again, Bitcoin is absolutely flat. It's not up or down. It's 0.22% in the red, which is it's nothing. It'll be, blipping up and above that constantly. Honestly, I'd expect to see a quite a large sell-off, and I think, because again, there's quite a few that are in the green. There's some in the red. Like I said in my last video, it's green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, all over the place. And what we're going to see basically. But I'm just kind of trying to tell you, don't always believe the FUD. Matter of fact, you should almost never believe the FUD. But don't ever think you've got a market figured out because, well, last month it ended this way. January 15th, it was, whatever, last sell-off date. It doesn't always go that way. So I think I'll be honest, I'm feeling like a lot of people who may have been thinking this was going to happen this way tomorrow, 26th, by 11 a.m. Eastern time is the deadline supposedly. I think there's going to be some serious egg on some people's faces. But we will see. And again, I'm only saying that because I've studied these things. And you think every time options expire, this happens. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. They want you to think it does and say, well, the last two or whatever times it did, this time it doesn't. Well, we got it figured out. You will never have these elitists, these big traders, these big whales figured out. They need you to do the opposite of what they do each and every time in order to make themselves filthy, filthy richer. They're already filthy rich, filthy richer. So I'm not concerned. And bottom line, if the market dips a good amount tomorrow, like it's not supposed to be a dip. It's supposed to be, hey, options expiration, part 2 of the big waterfall sell. That's what the stuff coming out here is. We may test $7,500, $7,000 Bitcoin, price. That's what they're saying. Understand that right now to hit those prices levels, you would need about a 40% sell-off, I think, in the span of just a few hours right now. This is crypto, and we've seen some crazy moves, so let's not say that can't happen, because we all know better. I don't think we're going to see this. Again, I think people are getting geared up to deal with it, and it's not going to happen. They're going to say, damn it, I sold off early, blah, 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 blah. Not going to go back in the market. The market's actually up. Imagine if tomorrow, Friday, it's a green day. I'm not talking about the ban. It's a green day for market. Who knows? You can't predict these crypto markets, but you look at the charts, you look at the trends, make some moves, boom. But you can't predict if a big sell-off is going to happen or one's not going to happen. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, everyone's talking about every time the futures expire, there's going to be a crash. That's not possible because everyone in the world is going to say, what the hell am I doing sitting over here on the sidelines every single time the futures expire? I'll just sell the hell out of my stuff and get back in every single time and make money. You and everybody else can't do that. You got to have a buyer for each seller. You got to have a seller for each buyer. And yeah, sure, the big money can sell off huge, push the market down so they can make their move. But if they do that, they're making you money. We were anticipating it. You're going to do the same thing, right? You can't have everybody doing the same thing, or else you don't have a market, right? If everyone's buying, that means there's no sellers. Therefore, you can't buy because there's nothing for sale. If everybody's selling and there's no buyers, you're not actually going to be able to relinquish it, no matter how low the price goes, because there's no buyers. You follow me? Again, people are about to get, I think, spanked, thinking they can attach old principles, old trading stuff, and that we used to follow the stock market, and then just blanket applying it to cryptos. But even so, as I said, even in the stock market world or futures contracts or whatever, options, all that stuff, you couldn't sit there and say every time this expired, this happened. Never, no, you'd have lost your shirt. So I'm just going to address that now in this video. But let's see what happens Friday. Let's see what happens. The suspense is actually killing me.